Hey everybody, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about the signs that you may need to lose weight. The reason why that I'm making this video is because I haven't seen too many videos like this out there. Like many people will tell you how to lose weight, but they're not telling you what to look for, because I think that's the hardest part, is just coming to the realization that, yeah, I need to get it together. You know, just for background about myself, I did study nursing for a little bit. I did not continue, so I'm not an expert, but I still have a little bit of the knowledge that I've learned. And I also have my personal experience with weight loss because I lost 80 pounds. I went from a size extra large to an extra, extra small. So I kind of know what I'm talking about here. And I can relate to a lot of the things that overweight people experience. However, I was not morbidly obese. I kind of caught it right in time, so it's not going to be anything severe. It's just going to be basically, right there where it's like, all right, catch it before you get a bunch of like loose skin and all of that stuff. And the main reason why I'm making this video, like I said, is because in America, it is so common to be obese that we tend to think that it is normal. And what I mean by normal is healthy, which being obese is unhealthy. You're not supposed to be obese. That is something that you should correct. Just due to health reasons mainly is what I'm trying to say. And a lot of people are uncomfortable with scales, but you can avoid the scale all you want. Your body is going to give you little cues and indicators and let you know, hey, I need to lose weight. I need to lose weight, because keep in mind, scales is a new invention. People didn't have this years and years and years and, centuries ago and stuff like that. So our divine bodies kind of communicate to us like, yeah, something's wrong here. You need to lose weight. So that's what this video is about. So with that being said, the first sign that you may need to lose weight is going to be pain in the lower half of your body, specifically like the leg region. Now, for me personally, I experienced a lot of pain in my feet. And I was in a very in denial state. I had no idea that it was due to my weight. I was blaming it on the shoes. I did work all day long, so I thought that's what it was. But come to find out, now that I lost all of the weight, my feet never hurts. I'm on my feet much less, but still, I sometimes I'm on my feet all day long. It does not hurt. But when I was bigger, I would say if I was on my feet for more than, I don't even know, this is just me guessing, maybe more than like 2 hours, pain. And then by the end of the day, by the end of my shifts, my feet was on fire. It's not normal for your feet to be on fire or for you to experience any discomfort when you're doing normal things. That's something that you really want to pay attention to in this video. With all of the signs that I'm about to say, it's going to be things that just don't make sense. You shouldn't be in pain when you're simply just working. I wasn't doing intense work. I was working customer service at the time. Jobs like that, normal jobs, So pay attention when things don't make sense. It's your body trying to communicate something to you. Like, living shouldn't feel uncomfortable. That's the big key that I want to mention. Like, anytime you are feeling discomfort, your body is trying to communicate something to you. And that is something that you need to look into. Don't run away from it. Don't make excuses for it, but look into it. And for me, I am and was young when I lost weight. So I didn't really experience like the knee pain and the joint pain and like the hip pain that people keep talking about. I think that's more for like older people. That's just my assumption. Anybody can experience that, but I think it's more common with older people. For me, it was just the feet. And why is this? Well, I think it's because that is the area that's carrying, and it has all of the tension when it comes to your excess weight. So you really feel it. Now, the next one is going to be Sweating, excess sweating when you are doing nothing, you see how it doesn't make sense? That is a huge sign that you have too much body fat. The reason why this happens is because when you have too much adipose tissue, which is body fat, what body fat does is it insulates your body. It keeps your body warm. And when you are overly warm and when you're hot, you sweat. It's common sense. So oftentimes when you're overweight or obese, you will notice that you're sweating just doing nothing. You're sweating in the winter. You're sweating when it's not even hot. You're sweating when others aren't sweating. You're just sweating by existing. It's not normal to sweat just by existing. Everybody's body is different. Everyone's situation is different. I will say, I do a lot less now, so maybe that could be the reason, but I don't think so. Back then when I was obese, it's just sitting down. I had to damp my arms. I had to go in the bathroom, constantly reapply my deodorant. And what I noticed now that I lost the weight is the only time that I personally sweat is if I'm doing a very intense workout at the gym or if it's extremely hot, meaning 90 degrees and up. And even then I'm not drenched and drowned in sweat. And that is because I have less body fat to keep me warm. So I'm typically, on more of the colder side. So that is something you can look forward to when you lose weight. Life is going to be a lot more colder. So get prepared for that. And I might do a separate video on that. I might make a series. If you want me to do a weight loss series, I will be thrilled to do it because I love talking about health and weight loss. It is one of my passions. And yeah, just comment and let me know. So for the next sign, it's going to be you notice that you are avoiding mirrors or just avoiding looking at yourself or your body from certain angles, to be exact. I did not like looking at myself through certain angles. Looking at photos that people would take of me would be uncomfortable. I noticed that that's one that a lot of overweight people say, just pictures, it's very uncomfortable. And my friend also went on a weight loss journey and she said that was her final straw. It was the fact that she could not look at herself in the mirror. And what we both related on was we would tune out parts of our body that we didn't like. Once again, it goes back to what I said. It's not normal for you to just be living life and be feeling this discomfort. That is something that you need to look into. If you cannot look at yourself in the mirror, you need to look into that. Why? Ask yourself why. Why can't I look at my arms? Why do I feel the need to Photoshop my arms smaller? That is something that I used to do too. And now that I'm smaller and I'm slimmer, I don't do any of that. I can look in the mirror and feel proud. I feel confident, I don't Photoshop my pictures. I'm okay with getting my pictures taken because I am okay with my body. And if you find yourself, like I said, Photoshopping your arms smaller, well, you don't have to do that. You can literally lose the weight and achieve those arms. So that is just something to pay attention to. Are you avoiding mirrors? Ask yourself that. Really look into that. And for the next one, your skin is always going to tell you when you are obese or overweight. Now, just depending on what it is, it could be you getting a lot of cellulite, stretch marks are an indicator. For me, it was all of that cellulite, stretch marks, and then a big one was my facial acne and body acne. I had a lot of back acne. What I noticed when I lost weight was that it completely cleared up. I went from struggling with acne all of my life, buying all of the products, none of them worked. And then as soon as I changed my diet, ate healthy, lost the weight, drank a lot of water, I have glass skin now. My skin is clear. The dark spots, everything cleared up. You'll notice that when you lose weight, it's just everything will just come together. It's areas that you're not even really focusing on. Oh, it's going to fix it for you, And a lot of like, if you are like severely obese or morbidly obese or whatever, you might even get like the hyperpigmentation around the neck, or in the folds of your arm and stuff like that. And what that is the if your neck is dark, if your arms is dark, that's what I'm trying to say. That is a sign of obesity and that you need to lose weight. So the next one, this is just from what I noticed, is that you look older than your age. I guess for some people, being obese gives them that baby face, but I think for the most part, most people who are overweight do look older than their age, whether they admit it or they're in denial or not. From my perspective, they look older, and from others' perspective too. And I know that when I was bigger, people usually mistaken me for being about 10 years older than my age. And when I lost the weight, now I look 5 to 10 years younger. I don't know. It's just something about being bigger. It just ages you. It makes you look older. What I notice with people that look their age or look younger for their age is that it's oftentimes paired with a slimmer body or just a in shape body, And then the next one is going to be you can't run. And what I mean by this is when I was at my biggest weight, I think at max, like I could run about 30 seconds. And for me, that was a lot. Like I was exhausted by those 30 seconds. I couldn't do it. You might notice that you're winded, you're out of breath when you try to run for a little bit. It's just something that if you are obese or overweight, you're going to struggle with that. When you are lighter, running just feels like you are a feather. I don't know. Now I can run for a very long time. I haven't really sat down and tracked okay, let's see how long I can run. I kind of just do my thing in the gym. But what I noticed was I typically go to the gym and run for, I don't know, I do a lot of HIIT workouts. So I'll run and then walk, run and then walk. But I typically can run for about 6 minutes and then walk. So that's a big difference. I'm not trying to be a track star, so I don't know. I don't know what my maximum limit is, but yeah. Or it's not even that. If you are morbidly obese or overweight, you'll notice that just walking, if you are out of breath by just walking, that is like a huge warning sign. Or even going upstairs and you're out of breath, which I mean, stairs can be brutal for most people, but so we'll dismiss that one. But if you're in shape, it won't be as bad. But stairs can be pretty tough for the average person. But just doing regular things and you're out of breath, you're tired, you want to sit down, huge sign that you are overweight. Now, the next sign is snoring. This is one that I actually learned when I studied nursing. Is snoring is typically correlated with being overweight or obese. And then the next one is big. You have hygiene problems. And this means that you are that person that if you don't constantly check up on yourself and reapply your deodorant all day long and spray perfume and dab yourself with baby wipes, you will stink. That's not normal. Once again, it's not normal to be hyper focused on your hygiene. For me, when I was bigger, that is something that I used to always do, was always reapply my deodorant, always wipe under my arms, always wipe this, always spray that, to the point where it's interfering with you living life. And I feel like it's interfering if you have to do it more than twice a day. I think that's interfering because for me back then, I would have to check up on myself literally every few hours of the day. That's not normal. That is a sign that you are obese. And why does this happen? Why do people who are obese typically have more older problems? Well, it goes back to what I explained about the sweating thing. When you have too much body fat, your body is extra warm and it releases sweat, and sweat has this bacteria that produces a smell. So yeah, when you are slimmer, you'll notice that you don't focus on that more. You're more confident. You can go throughout the day and you know that you don't stink. Or the main time that you do stink is if you're doing something extremely intense. Or I don't know, maybe you have a super, super intense job where you worked all day long. But even then, when I go to work and I come home, it's not nothing too crazy, you know? And then the last one, I'm going to say it's how people treat you. Signs you need to lose weight, it's how people treat you. Do you notice that people ostracize you? Do they ignore you? Do you feel like especially for women, do men typically keep you as a secret? And as a secret, it's categories to it. If you're in a situationship, that is a secret. If you have a sneaky link, that is a secret. If you are just talking to someone and he doesn't want to progress things further and have you meet his mom and his friends and everything like that and just have you in public, you are a secret. And the reality is, my page is titled Blunt Girl for a reason. Men will keep you a secret because a lot of men are embarrassed to be seen with a larger woman. There are some men that love it, but for the most part, a lot of men don't. So they will mess with you in private. Or you'll notice if you're a woman, you'll tend to get a lot of lustful energy from men. I know for me, being a Black woman, when I was big, I was the curvaceous type of big. I had the hourglass body still. I had the small waist still. But my gluteus maximus, which you can Google that, it's the rear end or whatever. I'm using politically correct words for YouTube, okay? It was huge. I had the big chest, the big behind, and the energy from men is just different. They lust, or some men feel like you are only good enough for the bam bam and that's it. That's the reality of it, guys. I'm just being honest. So understand that is not normal. Now that I lost weight, when men do approach me, even though I am married, they'll still try to approach me. They take me more seriously. I can just tell the shift. And also, fun fact, I didn't have my first real relationship until I lost weight. When I lost weight, that's when I ran into my partner. And yeah, he's my first relationship, turned into a marriage. And yeah, so I dated a little bit before when I lost the weight, and I noticed the shift where it's like, okay, I'm having normal dating experiences. They want to take me to their mom. They want to make me their girlfriend. They want to take me out in public, It's not normal for people to want to hide you, ladies. And then I talked to men who also were big and then went through the weight loss journey. They said that people just straight up ignored them. Like, they treated them like they were invisible. That's not a normal experience. So if you have a lot of psychological struggles, such as depression, or you're being ostracized, or people are not treating you fairly, it could be due to you being obese. That is something you really need to look into. And I'm here to give you the tough love, the honest truth, I don't think anything gets done with coddling and just running away from the truth. And from my experience, that is what I've found to be very true. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments. Comment your thoughts and your personal experiences. I would love to hear it. It would literally make my day. And let me know if you want me to do more content on weight loss and fitness and health, because it is something I am so passionate about. I could make 1,000 videos. If you're like me, I love just everything weight loss, everything health, everything fitness. So let me know, guys, and I will catch you guys soon. Make sure you look into these things that I mentioned. Don't dismiss it, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.